How's it going, my fellow YouTubers? This is Romans 612 Ministries, or Romans Running, depending on which page YouTube decides to upload this photo to, or this video to. I wanted to talk about a video I put out a couple of days ago, or yesterday, I can't remember. World War III. So this is the whole, Russia and United States, Syria, Iran, whatever, the whole crap that we've got going on, this craziness of propaganda and all this stuff. We all know that this is exactly what they want to do. They want to take over. We all know about oil. This is no secret anymore. We have all the documents and everything put out there. But what I think is really funny is that the very next day that we have this whole Russia bombing Syria thing, lo and behold, another mass shooting in the United States. Now look, my thoughts and my prayers go out to the people who lost loved ones. And I am not downplaying this whatsoever. I do realize that a lot of people got hurt and that people lost their lives in this situation, and crazy people like that should not be out there. And I sincerely apologize if I'm offending people. I don't mean to offend anybody. But what I do want to say is that I think that it is extremely funny how we have this huge catastrophic thing happening in the world right now between two very big nuclear power countries in the world, the two most powerful countries in the world right now. And all of a sudden we get distracted by another mass shooting. Listen, from 1982 all the way up until about the 1990s, there were quite a few shootings. It happened about once a year. Sometimes there was in 92, I believe, there was 2 shootings. You got Columbine and all that stuff. And then all of a sudden, it starts speeding up at around 2004, 2005. Then you got 2 or 3 shootings a year. Then you had 3 or 4 shootings a year. Then now all of a sudden you've got 5 or 6 shootings a year. And then now in the past 3 or 4 years, since they all try to get to this gun control thing, all of a sudden we have these huge uptick in all of these mass shootings. The Colorado Theater shooting, the past couple of college shootings, Fort Hood. You've got all of these huge things that have been happening. And every single time it happens, 2 things happen. 1, it's all over the media, for obvious reasons. Every single media outlet starts reporting this stuff. CNN, ABC, NBC, and Fox News. I don't care who you are. I don't care if you're a liberal, Democrat, if you're a Republican, conservative, if you're a Tea Party member, if you're a part of the Green Party or whatever it is. Listen, it doesn't matter who you are. There is something going on here that is not normal. If you are for gun control, that's your prerogative. If you are against gun control, that's also your prerogative. I do believe that there are some sort of, they throw this whole common sense laws out there. Well, yeah, I think that there should be some sort of something put out there to make sure that people aren't going to go crazy and shoot people, but I digress. Anyway, you really need to take a look at the timing of every single one of these shootings and the backstories of these things. Now, there are a lot of people out there who say they're hoaxes. The Newtown shooting was supposedly a hoax and all this stuff. Okay, granted, I'm not going that route because I don't want to be wrong in that. People died, and there's nothing more serious than that. Innocent people died at the hands of a crazy gunman. Somebody who had an idea and an ideal, and they put it out there and shot these people because of this. It's not right. You shouldn't do that. But on the other hand, it's a little funny how every single time Senate, Congress, or Obama tries to push something out there, bam, a shooting. And it's all over the mass media. Then, Russia bombs, boom, there's another one out there. I mean, the timing is just way off. Look at that, what happened with that reporter and the cameraman that got shot. Okay, if okay, there's he's saying it's a hoax. I don't know. I don't really care about that. Let's just look at it from a different point of view. The point of view is that right around the same time when we have this huge thing about race wars in the United States and the LGBT community coming out, it's funny how the guy who shot these guys is black gay man. All right, I'm not saying there isn't any black gay man out there. I know there is, but they portrayed it as being he was bullied, and that's the reason why he did what he did. And it divides us. It really does divide us. This next one that we have, this latest one that comes out, he was an extreme loner, supposedly. He was alone, and if you go through his MySpace, who has a MySpace? Like, I mean, who goes on MySpace anymore? Nobody goes on MySpace. Even if you have a MySpace, you're probably one of those losers too. Just kidding. Anyway, and then you look at he supposedly was targeting Christians. He asked you, what your religious beliefs were, and if you were a Christian, he shot you. Boom, boom. That's a scare tactic. That really is a scare tactic out there. Now, he said that he supposedly was not religious. He was spiritual. So you can't say that he had ties to ISIS because that's the Islamic State. They are for period 100% Sharia law. That's what they are for. I just think it's kind of funny how this thing happens and they put this propaganda scare out there for everybody. I'm not trying to make light of the situation. I'm just trying to make people understand that it's kind of funny how this stuff happens and the timing that it happens. Just use some common sense. Just look, read into it, and just try to discern the difference between dividing America and creating anger and hatred and the possibility of the fact that it's a distraction. Now, could this have been a real mass shooting? Could this guy have really have gone out there and done this and had these ideas and beliefs? Yes, he could have. He could really have done that. But there's also the fact that it's a possibility that these things are staged. They really want us to have a fear in us that these things are going to happen all the time. Why? Gun control. That's why. They want severe gun control. Why do they want severe gun control? Well, it doesn't take an idiot to realize that when you have severe gun control, such as what they're wanting to implement, not everybody and their brother can have a gun. And then once the people who do actually go through the process to get the guns, they are in the computer system. They know who they are. So they can keep ties on them. Look, this is not some conspiracy theory. This is exactly what they want to do. They've stated it repeatedly. It is a classic misdirection. It is a classic proxy. This is what they're doing. This is what the government wants. We have this whole huge, potentially world-ending problem. And now all of a sudden they have the United States, the entire population of the United States, focused back on this Newtown shooting thing and gun control. Why? That doesn't make any sense. We are possibly on the verge of being invaded, maybe, or, a huge nuclear problem going on, but yet they try to point fingers at individuals who own weapons. Does that make any sense to you people? For real. I mean, think about that for a minute. It doesn't make any sense at all. I mean, at this point in time, this is usually when the United States should be coming together and being extremely patriotic. Flags should be flying all over the place, and we should be shouting for democracy. But we're not anymore. Why? Why are we not doing that anymore? Why are we not being that country that was there back in World War I and World War II when we fought for something? There is a genocide going on in the Middle East right now, but we're more worried about two men getting married than we are about these millions of people who are refugees flying out into Europe and into the United States and into Venezuela, Argentina, all over Africa and everywhere. We are more worried about our sexual orientation and our civil rights than we are worried about these people who are, these are human beings that are being murdered and shot and maimed and raped. And why? What is wrong with us? We really need to think about this for a minute, okay? All right, that's enough of my rant. I hope everybody has a great day. And hopefully, maybe I'll have another video coming up here pretty soon. I like to talk, so hopefully you guys like it. Leave some comments below. Like this if you like it. Don't just view it and not leave a comment. Comment. If you like what I have to say you like it. If you don't like what I have to say why you don't like it. I'll comment. I like to comment. Just because you have an opinion still doesn't make it right, though. Anyway, this is Romans 612 Ministries. Hope y'all have a great day. God bless. Grace and mercy.